All right, guys, let's get into this tonight. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Had a good weekend. So when we ended on Thursday, Friday, you guys were doing multiplication, subtraction, and addition with radicals. And today we're going to break it up and we're going to do the division with radicals. Okay. So I'm going to make this super simple for you guys, and we're going to try to. The biggest thing is that we have to rationalize the denominator. The denominator cannot have that radical inside of it. Okay. So we have to get rid of that radical right there. And there are certain ways to do this. All right. Now this first one, well, this is pretty simple. We should know the square root of 16. We know that the square root of 16 is 4 times 4, 62. Okay. If I see it twice, because there's that index of 2 right there, I can pull it out. So I have 62 divided by 4. Okay. And then we can even take this down even further because, yes, you're supposed to simplify. So before, like, half of you asked me, hey, do I have to simplify it? Yes, you are. At this point, you should be doing that on your own. Oh, I can simplify this. Okay. So 31 times 2 and 2 times 2. What do we see here? We see that we have a 2 on top, 2 on bottom. Done. 31 over 2. Okay. All right. So let's keep on going here. Boom. Yeah, it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but we'll get there. Okay. So again, we need to rationalize the denominator. And this time, well, it's not so easy. Like, we can't just see 20 here and be like, well, that's 4 times 5. No, I can't really do anything with that. All right. So there's a couple things we can do. And I like low numbers, so we're going to keep it with low numbers. And I got square root of 15 here, 5 root, and this is 4 times 5. Okay. I know that the square root of 4 is 2, so I'm just going to go and pull that out right there. So that's out. So we have 5 times 2, square root 5, square root 15. Okay? And we can even simplify this further before we do any more work. Square root 15, 10, square root 5. Okay? All right. Now, the key thing that we're going to learn tonight is this, but I'm going to show you guys another way how to do this here in just a second. Okay, so the key thing that we're going to learn tonight is this. We can multiply anything times 1 and it doesn't change the value. Okay? Now, I know some of you guys were like, oh, I already knew that, Mr. Nelson. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you're smart. Okay? All right? So we can multiply anything times 1 and it doesn't change the value. So if I take this here and multiply it times square root of 5 over square root of 5, okay, I didn't change the value. And when we multiply fractions, remember, we just go straight across. So this is the same thing right here as square root 15 times 5 over 10 square root 5 times 5. Okay. And what do I see right here? I see that I have 5 twice. That can come out. So 10 times 5 on bottom. And I see that I have 15 times 5. So this is square root 5 times 3 times 5. Well, I have the 5 and 5. That's gone. So again, we can keep on simplifying here. And we're going to go 5 square root 3 over 10 times 5. What do I see on top and bottom right now? That's gone. I end up with square root 3 over 5. This is where we need to get. There are a lot of ways to get there, okay? So I want to go back up to this point right here, okay? Very beginning. I know that the square root of 15 is square root 3 times square root 5. And you can write that either underneath the same or underneath just like this. Either way, it doesn't matter. Well, right here, this is 5 times 2 square root 5. What do I have on top and bottom right now? Square root 5, square root 5. That's 1. Square root 3 over 10. Same answer. Okay? Get him. Get him, dog. I don't know if y'all heard that dog in the background. All right, let's keep on marching here. So, we got this going on. Let's take care of the easy stuff. I know that the square root of 4 is 2. Okay? 5 root 3. This time I don't have anything in common, but I see that I have a square root 3 on bottom. Let's do that step right there. So we're going to multiply it by square root 3, square root 3. Boom. Okay? On top I have square root 2, square root 3. On bottom I have 5 times square root 3 times square root 3. So this is 2 square root 3 over 5 times 3. And then finally, 2 square root 3 over 15. Boom. Again, our goal is to get rid of the radical in the denominator. We are trying to rationalize the denominator. Okay? All right. Let's keep on going here. Whoa, now we got a few more things going on. Okay, don't be afraid of this though. We're gonna do it the same exact way. Let's take care of the stuff that we can take care of right now. Okay, and we said it before. Wait a minute, I see that I have square root y to the third and square root y to the third. Those are the same. Okay? Now I also have, and if I write this out here, maybe you can see it a little better. This is square root 3 times x times x. On the denominator, I have 4 square root 5x. Okay? Now, I have x to the first, square root x to the first. I have square root x to the first. Get rid of those. Equals. Let's just make it look a little cleaner right now. Doesn't this look a little bit more like the last problem? Okay? So here we go. Boom. I'm going to take this. We're going to go square root 5, square root 5. I got square root 3 x times 5 over 4 square root 5 times 5. Okay? So on top, I have square root 15x. On bottom, we have 4. I see 5 twice. I can pull it out. Times 5. Square root 15x over 20. Boom. Can't do any more. We're done. Okay? I'll let y'all take a snapshot, whatever y'all need to do. All right, last one. Okay, and this is just the example. This is usually the harder one. This is the one that gets people. Okay, so now we have a few different terms in both the denominator and the numerator. Okay, we don't care about the numerator. Yeah, it has feelings, but we're not going to care about it, okay? All right, so I need to rationalize the denominator, but I have two terms here, okay? Remember that whole difference of two squares? That's exactly what we're going to put in here to get rid of it. Now, and you'll know that you made a mistake when you multiply this through. So let's take a look here real fast. Okay, and it's okay to make a mistake. It's going to happen here. Okay, trust me, I've made plenty. We're going to take the difference of two squares. So I need to make this the difference of two squares. So this is going to be 4 minus square root 5. Square root 5 plus 3. Okay, I'm going to multiply by what makes the difference, and it's called the conjugate. Okay, you can go look that up. Conjugate. Okay, 4 plus square root 5. 4 plus square root 5. Okay, if I multiply it by something in the denominator and I do the same thing on the top, all I have is 1 right here. I'm not changing the value of anything. There's nothing special going on right now. Okay, so let's take care of this here. Now this, okay, again, we're multiplying, so we just go straight across. All right, and if I take, let's just do the denominator here for a second. If I just look at the denominator, we have 4 times 4, 16. 4 times positive, we're just gonna rewrite this. So I get for trying to do a live stream. All these other people on YouTube, you better watch out. Okay, so 4 times 4, never mind this line, that one's gone. in fact. All right, magically that line disappeared, so just go with it. Okay, so 16. We have 4 times 4, 16. 4 times positive square root 5. So we have plus 4 square root 5. Negative square root 5 times 4, so minus 4 square root 5. Okay, and then negative square root 5 and positive square root 5 gives us negative square root 5 times 5. Okay? Let's take care of the numerator real fast. It's going to be the same sort of steps, so we're going to move through it a little faster here. So 4 root 5 plus square root 5 times 5 plus 12 and plus 3 root 5. Okay? All right. Now, so again, we're going to simplify, and I'm keeping the top separated from the bottom as far as my simplification goes. So let's take care of it here real fast. Let's do the top. So I got 4 square root 5, and I have 3 square root 5. This is the lesson from the other day. If you don't know what to do here, go do the lesson from the other day. So I have 7 root 5, okay? Square root of 5 times square root of 5, this is just 5. Okay, so I'll even break it down for you one more time here. Hold on.